Democrat.com. Now let's go to Scotty Moore, candidate for United States Congress. Hello, Scotty. Thank you for joining us.
Hello. Yeah, pleasure to be on the show. Thank you so much for the honor. Very much appreciated.
Well, certainly. Been looking forward to speaking with you and having you share a little bit about yourself with our listeners. As I said briefly, you're a candidate for United States Congress. There are a lot of candidates for Congress this cycle in a lot of different races. Can you please start by sharing the specific race that you are in, the specific seat that you're running for, the geographical area, and the status? Does it have an incumbent? Is it an open seat? Just please describe your race to us, please, with all the dynamics.
Yes. Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. So I am a candidate for U.S. Congress in Congressional District 9. That's within Central Florida here. That's part of Orange County into Osceola County and just a sliver of Polk County. And so we do have an incumbent, Democrat Darren Soto. He's been 3 terms, and he votes 100% of the time with Nancy Pelosi. And so he is, in fact, just a Pelosi puppet. She's pulling the strings, and he does everything he can so he can keep getting paid. And that's part of the reason why I'm running. But if you want to know some specifics about where it is, it's the southern part of Orange County. So in the Orlando area, you've got the Lake Nona area, the Belle Isle, Conway area into downtown, all the way over to OBT, down into the SeaWorld area, so the 528 over the I-4 corridor in all of Osceola County. So you've got St. Cloud, Kissimmee, Poinciana, and just a sliver of Polk County. And so that's who we are. That's where we're going. It's Congressional District 9. They are absolutely fed up with what's happening with the high gas prices, inflation, everything like that. And Darren Soto is just not really been doing his job. And so I think that's part of the reason why I'm running.
Thank you for sharing with us and painting that picture. Now, can you talk about a little bit about your background? And first of all, can you talk about your political involvement?
Sure. Well, a little bit about me. I'm 43 years old. I've been married for 19 years. I've got 2 amazing daughters, Isabella and Sophia. I worked in a Christian nonprofit teaching leadership development. I lived in Brazil for 6 years and traveled around South America. So I speak Portuguese. I also speak Spanish. And my wife, in fact, is Brazilian. And so we've been married for 19 years, but 16 years ago, she became a U.S. citizen, legally, by the way, went through that process, walked through that process. And I really believe that leadership matters, and I've been teaching, training, and equipping individuals and communities with leadership development, businesses, and I've really seen how leadership affects communities and even nations and the lack thereof. And so we moved here to the Central Florida area in 2007. And I've been working until recently with this nonprofit, helping people know and lead well. And so I have not had a political career, but I'm stepping into this space because I believe what's happening is just ridiculous. I talk about how leadership matters. And if you look at Venezuela, 20 years ago, they were rich and thriving. And look at where they're at now. That's a lack of leadership. And I also highlight Governor Ron DeSantis. If he would have lost his election, by the way, and it was like 30,000 votes, that type of leadership, we would have had Andrew Gillum, and that would have destroyed our state. But instead, we had great leadership. And look at the difference. It's not just highlighted around the United States, but around the world. And so I'm stepping in because we have a leadership crisis in America today. And part of the reason why I'm running, here's the foreshadowing, it's our future, and it's our kids and our future grandkids. That's why I'm running.
Thank you for sharing. And yeah, you certainly, that's a powerful illustration, the last Florida governor's race, of how dramatically, literally just a handful of votes can result. And it's the thing I try to share with our listeners and everybody I know is that it's a powerful anecdote, if you will, a powerful statement as to how every single vote matters and how every single vote is important. Because as you said, just imagine what Florida would be like with Andrew Gillum.
Right. We look a lot like California or New York.
The last 4 years, yes, definitely. Friends, we're speaking with Scotty Moore. He's a candidate for United States Congress. It's seat number 9, and that, as he's shared with us, includes a big part of South Orange County, including parts of the city of Orlando, a lot of Osceola County, and even part of Polk County, and the incumbent is Democrat Soto at the moment. Now, can you talk about your decision to seek to serve in the Congress? I mean, you kind of addressed that a little bit already, but more so from, you mentioned you have a wife and family, and I know it's a huge decision to run for office, especially in the race that you've chosen, which is you are the decided underdog. You're running against a powerful incumbent. Why did you decide to do this?
Yeah, in fact, there are moments that happen in our life and even in our nation that impact and even define generations. And I highlight that when you consider, for example, Pearl Harbor. We got attacked, and in a moment, it changed the trajectory of our involvement in World War II and even defined that generation. Roe versus Wade, January 22nd, 1973, in a moment, a decision was rendered, and it affected millions upon millions upon millions of unborn babies up until just recently when that was overturned. In a moment, 9/11, all of the viewers listening who hear this, we know exactly where we were on 9/11. And it was a normal Tuesday morning until it wasn't. And we were attacked, and it defined our generation. I believe what happened in the 2020 election, my friends, was significant enough, and the majority of Americans believe that there are significant concerns, and we should not just move on. That was a moment in our nation's history, and if we just move on, that undermines the very fabric of our constitutional republic. And what I tell people, and I really believe this, is that later on this year, the midterms of 2022 will be a moment in our nation's history. And we get to decide what type of moment that's going to be. Are we going to rise up and speak up and show up and say no to what's happening? And that's already happened in Virginia, in New Jersey, even what happened in Texas in the Rio Grande Valley, where you have a seat that was traditionally held, a Democrat seat for over 150 years. It's flipped with 85% Hispanic community. People would have said that never would have happened. Flipped from Democrat to Republican because there's an energy and a movement to stop this anti-American, this attack on kids, this attack on parents' rights, this attack on the economy, on gas prices, inflation, and even a potential recession looming. We are saying no more, no way. And so I saw this happening, and I just could not stay silent any longer. And I'm looking at my 14-year-old and 11-year-old daughters, and I'm wondering, what kind of an America are they going to grow up in? And not only that, but what kind of America are my future grandkids that are unborn yet, but what will my future grandkids grow up in? Will they have an opportunity to start a business, have low taxes, have their constitutional rights and freedoms, or not? Or are we going to head the way towards Venezuela? And what it takes is men and women of courage who are going to rise up. The Star Spangled Banner has a phrase in it that says, we are the land of the free and the home of the brave. And I believe that that's more than just we are. It's who we are as a people. And, what's shocking, though, is our freedoms are under attack from within our own nation, from our own people. And it's going to take the home of the brave, everyday American citizens rising up, speaking up, and showing up to say no more. And so I am answering that call to speak up. Listen, our country is on fire, and we're worried about rearranging just the furniture. It's kind of like, hey, if your house is on fire, the drapes are on fire, and we're trying to figure out, no, we need to put out the fire. We need to stop this mess, or else we risk losing our country. I feel very passionate about this, and that's the reason why I'm running.
Well stated, and I agree. I commend you, absolutely, and I think you really hit the core issue that's confronting us at this moment in America. Absolutely, and I echo everything you said, but especially we need more brave people stepping up right now, and we need people who have been quietly brave. We need them to be more vocally brave, in wherever that might be, and you're obviously one of those, and we appreciate what you're doing. Well, we're down to, friends, we're speaking with Mr. Scotty Moore. He's a candidate for the United States Congress. As he's shared with us, he's running as an incumbent Democrat in seat number 9. It includes a big chunk of Osceola County, part of Polk County, and a chunk of Orange County, including parts of the city of Orlando, South Orange County. We got time for, I guess, one more question. And candidate Scotty Moore, anything else you'd like to share before we have to head to our break?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. So remember, it's Scotty Moore, Scotty with a Y, and you can check out more information on my website at ScottyMooreForCongress.com. That's Scotty with a Y, Moore for Congress.com. We also have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You're going to see a lot of videos. You're going to hear my voice. No one is going to outwork Scotty Moore. I'm everywhere. I'm talking to people. I'm sharing my message of hope and why we need it. Like, I believe in America, but I need Americans to show up and speak up and be a part of this. We cannot do it alone. I will be your spokesperson. I believe we can do this, but I need your help, my friend. So we have got to have the red wave become a red tsunami. And also, donations are fuel for the campaign. You know, you can have an amazing vehicle in your garage, but if you have no fuel in that gas tank, it doesn't leave. And so donations for our campaign are how we get the message out. That's the fuel. And so if you want to give anywhere from $5 all the way up to the maximum of $5,800, that is what is needed, my friends. We have 46 more days left until the primary today. It's August 23rd. It's the magical day. We're in a 7-week push right now, and we are all in. Will you join us to be a part of this movement to help save America? My mission is to take back the House. We got to flip the House from blue to red. We got to fire Nancy Pelosi, and we got to save America. I'm an America First Republican pushing forward an America First agenda, and I believe wholeheartedly in that.
Well, thank you, Scotty Moore, candidate for United States Congress. Friends, we're going to go to a quick break. We'll be back with Judge Ken Lester, the candidate for Seminole County Judge on the Roger Franklin Williams Show, sponsored by Florida Door Solutions. Please stay with us.